Minecraft is full of terrifying sounds. From the caves to the music discs. It's like the game wants to scare you. But what if these sounds aren't random, but part of something darker? Today, I'm testing the creepiest myths buried deep inside Minecraft's audio. And if you don't believe that Minecraft is intentionally trying to sound scary, just listen to the newest disc added to the game. Why? Why does it sound like that? Especially when it was added in the Happy Ghast update. It is terrifyingly creepy. Ugh, stop that. And it's not the only one. In fact, there have been many discs added over the years, including 13 and 11, added all the way back in 2010, but then suddenly in 2022, Disc 5 was added. Why does this massive time difference matter? Because these were released 12 years apart, and yet, when you play all three discs together, it reveals a secret hidden story of a player. A player building something? No. A player panicking, maybe running away from something, it sounds? Hold up, that was a cave sound. It means that the player must be somewhere underground, and a bat as well. Hold up, that's not the player's footsteps, that's something big and heavy. Chasing the player. The only mob that's underground, where there are bats, and it's this heavy, is the warden, right? Whoa, what is that? Rewind. Excuse me? Why are Minecraft sounds so terrifying? What secret are these music discs trying to tell us about? Maybe it's not the warden, but it's something or someone making all of our cave sounds for a reason. Now, frankly, I've always just assumed that these discs were fake sounds created by Mojang, maybe as a prank, to have some fun, to add lore to the game. I never actually considered that they might be real until I stumbled across this Reddit post, where this player claims that the sounds are from an actual world where all the things in the audio have happened. That's a crazy theory, but yet he gives video evidence of the sound playing. The same sound that doesn't exist anywhere else in the game. Just watch. The rewind, the roar, and the weird happy music. It's all there, but he only gives us 5 seconds. Why? I don't know. However, he says that it happened in a world. He couldn't figure out what the myth looks like. The myth? What we're talking about sounds I don't understand. But we could by downloading this world. If the coordinate points at the bottom of that Reddit post are actually true, then the cave has to be right here. Did you all hear that? The minute we entered into this cave, that spooky sound played. Coincidence? Or not? Just kidding, y'all. It's a cave sound. They normally play inside, caves. It's just a regular feature of Minecraft. It doesn't mean that this cave is cursed, even though they're claiming that all 3 of the scariest music discs in Minecraft were recorded right here. This is a dead end. The length of the music disc couldn't even be recorded in here. It's too short. Except, is that cobblestone? Cobblestone almost never generates naturally. Only a player could build this. Which means this world is probably fake. I knew downloading it from a Reddit post couldn't be true, that this player probably messed with the world. They built something here. Wait, of course they did. The first thing we heard in those music discs after the running were blocks being placed. I thought it was building, but it was protection. They were building a barricade to try and stop whatever was chasing after the player from following it into the rest of the cave. Oh my gosh. It's actually real. This is insane. Wait, oh my gosh, and bats! When the blocks were placed, the next thing that you could hear in the track were bats. This is lining up perfectly with everything we heard in the music disc. This is insane. He's telling the truth. This is the world. Wait, down there you can see like the giant dripstone. There was a ton of dripstone in his video. This could be the exact same spot, a jukebox. Okay, that's definitely not normal for caves. Wait a minute, at the very end of the music, we could hear about 30 seconds in that happy, sad, creepy mix music. We didn't know what it was. But what if it was a music disc that the player was playing in the jukebox? That would make it possible. They put on some tunes, but I don't think I've ever heard any music disc sound like that. Unless it's just like discs 5, 11, and 13. We could only find the key by playing all of them at once. That looks very suspiciously like the same lava in the video. I'm gonna check that out just in a bit, so hang around for that. But first, what if to make that music disc, the creepy music we heard, we need to combine discs? After all, that's been the key to everything so far. To test my theory, I headed back outside with one mission: to collect and test every disc in Minecraft. What about the other two new discs, Pig Step and Creator, both by Lena Rain? What if that's intentional? This doesn't even sound remotely close. Well, the Pig Step doesn't, but Creator kind of does. Creator and Ward, right? Ward is kind of weird. I mean, definitely weird and scary, which... Why are none of these working? After 2 hours of collecting and testing every single track, I gave up. Unfortunately, I just don't think the answer is in the other music discs. Or maybe it is and I've missed something. Maybe we'll come back to it. But first, I think we're better off exploring the rest of this cave instead. Whoa, 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 what? Listen to that. That cave sound, it's like jingle bells? No, it's like chimes rushing through the air. I recognize it. I've definitely heard it before, but not for a very long time. I found it. Take a listen. It's the same sound, and yet it's not actually in Minecraft's game files. Or at least it isn't anymore. This is the Internet Archive. It's a website where anything deleted that was ever posted to the internet gets saved, including deleted files. That's right. This was an unused loop added to the game inside this folder, but it was never ever used in Minecraft. You should never be able to hear it, and yet we just did. In fact, what's weirder is we're in the latest version of the game, and yet it was removed in 2021 when C418 stopped making music for Minecraft. Can Minecraft suddenly use files it doesn't have? That doesn't make sense unless there is something else playing all of these cave sounds. But why? Maybe it's just a glitch in our game. Seems pretty unlikely, but there's one way we can know for sure. We combine the 3 music discs again. 5, 13, 11. Now, last time we only listened to like the first 30 seconds. What if we listen beyond that, right? If we can hear those same chimes, cave chimes, whatever you want to call them, that would be undeniable proof that something is hidden out there. Some entity, maybe a myth? And that is what's controlling these sounds. It's actually the real one playing these sounds. It's not Minecraft. Okay, we had the coughs. Wait, right there. Right there. Did you all hear that? I am 98% sure that was the exact same cave chime sound. And again, before it goes to the creepy music. I knew it. I guess I don't 100% know it. It's a little bit hard to hear. So guys, rewatch the video and let me know if I'm right in the comments below. But I'm sure I heard the cave chimes, which means that something is intentionally playing these sounds. But who? Why turn a kid's game into horror? My first theory was the warden. And yeah, I can't see a deep dark, but maybe it's... I mean, this gets pretty deep in the cave. It's possible that a deep dark biome could have spawned a little bit higher up, right? After all, there was Skulk. Wait, yeah, not just the warden, but the chimes. There was also those Skulk noises. That means there has to be Skulk near here, right? This is where in the Reddit post the guy stopped with the creepy sounds, the heavy breathing. It was it was here. So the deep dark should be here, and yet nothing. Maybe over in this direction? The skulk just has to be nearby for us to hear it. He would have heard it just before getting to this lava. At least, I think that's how the timeline works out. Nothing. There is no skulk here whatsoever, and yet we heard skulk in the track. This is the second thing that doesn't line up, guys. Yes, we heard the bats. Yes, we heard the blocks. Yes, we heard the cave chimes, but we haven't heard footsteps, and we haven't heard skulk. Something is missing, unless this thing that might exist, maybe, was manipulating the sound to scare the player, making them think that there was a warden here, making them think that the skulk was here, but it never was. Let's try a different angle. What if we try looking at the sound? Before you all start typing in the comments, you can't actually look at sound, you can only hear it. Well, actually, you're wrong. You can. This is a waveform. It is a visual representation of sound, and it can give us lots of information. Like, for example, Disc 11 is half the length of both Disc 5 and Disc 13, which I didn't even know. Also, we've only been listening up to about 30, 40 seconds. It turns out there's way more to the story, but this is actually not how I want to look at sound. I'm gonna click into Disc 5 here, and you can see this is called a spectrogram. It is a spectral representation of all the waves that sound emits when it plays. Except I don't see anything in here. Maybe if we zoom in a little bit. Do you see something, a symbol, maybe a message written by whatever myth is playing these scary sounds? Oh, it just looks like a bunch of lines. All right, well, let's go back. We'll try Disc 11. Wait, do you see that? Hold up, let's just zoom in right at the end here. That kind of looks a bit like a Minecraft face? I don't know. It's a little bit of a stretch. I want something clearer. Maybe a word? Perhaps Disc 13. Disc 13 has nothing in its spectrogram. I could check the cave sounds. After all, they seem pretty connected to this. There's like something like 19 cave sounds. Cave 3. Nope. The spectrogram just looks like a P. A P is not scary. What about cave sound 14? Whoa. I was focusing on the sound and I just realized that is undoubtedly a face. In fact, that's a creeper face. This cannot be a coincidence. Someone has definitely put that there for a reason. It feels like whatever this myth is, it's intentionally trying to scare me. But why? What would it get from scaring the player? In fact, the Reddit post video is just here with the player freaking out about something, and yet all we hear in the background is about here. 039 of our music discs combined. A rewind sound, and then that creepy, happy, sad music. We've never listened past this point, but there are other sounds. Flint and steel? The turning of a page. Wait, what? What could have been so important that my boy was reading a book while being hunted by this myth? You can see he's running again, but he opened a book, he flipped through pages. And then silence, look at that. Dead silence here in Disc 5. Because he stopped here at the lava. He didn't know what to do next. This will tell us what happens next. Right there. Replay that again. Did you hear that? That's the bubbling of lava. So we're definitely in the right spot. There's no doubt about it. But then this looks kind of scary. What follows? Some sort of glass breaking? Like, what if it was a potion of fire resistance to get across the lava? That would make the most sense since we don't hear any form of footsteps after that point. And when you're inside a liquid, you don't hear footsteps. Obviously, I don't have a fire resistance potion on me, but if we're correct, the player then ran down here to escape this myth. I continue to recreate the steps of this player until finally I reached a dead end. No, you have to be kidding me. After all of this, the discs mean nothing? This can't be how the story ends. The thing was chasing the player. Where did the player go? It just came here. Oh my gosh. That's a whole nother ravine, but the player couldn't have gone down there. They would have died instantly. That's loot, not just any loot. Crafting table, furnace. That is the player's inventory. This disc ended here. because he died? From falling? Or did the entity push him down there? Paper, bread, book, and quill. Oh my gosh, this is it. This is the player. We don't need that, the paper. I need the book. I need the book. Let's read this. Don't feed it energy. It uses sounds? What does it mean, energy? What is it? The player must have been talking about this entity. That means this myth is real, and it does use sounds, just like we were theorizing. I quickly searched online and found that some people believe that spirits in the real world need energy to survive. What if this myth isn't a virus, but a real ghost? I'm setting a trap to find out what this myth really looks like. Voila. Yes, I know, it's kind of ugly, but it's all based around my theory that redstone is energy, right? It powers pistons, you can use it to open doors and fences, all kinds of stuff. It creates at least some form of energy, so maybe we just spam this and that will feed it? Yeah, okay, now the more that I think about this, is kind of dumb. It's not working, firstly, and secondly, people use redstone in their worlds all the time. What if it's used by one of the scary sounds to activate? Instead of a lever, we could use a jukebox, and then out of that, have our redstone comparators. All right, this feels like a pretty good theory to me. Hold up, did that comparator just break? Okay, now I'm just getting paranoid, guys. I'm seeing blocks break and they're not. What is wrong with me? All right, let's chuck in this one. That activated the redstone. It sounds scary. Nothing is happening. Is there another way to feed this myth energy? As I continued reading, it turns out that most spirits in movies and books always use fear as their energy. If that's true, what if all Minecraft sounds were made to scare you on purpose, to feed this myth more energy? So every time I've been scared in this video, I've been making it more powerful, but I haven't even been that scared. What if we just let it scare us? We'll give it energy, and then maybe we'll find out if it is real or just fake. Clickbait. Last time we went into the cave and it played a sound. We'll just act scared when we hear the cave sound this time. Perfect. I've got a genius idea. Nothing? What? Are you kidding me? I'm in the cave. Last time it was straight away. It was like trying to freak me out for no reason. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're not even in the cave, and yet we're hearing cave sounds. That shouldn't be possible. Wait, I'm supposed to be acting more scared. I'm really scared. That's not possible at all. Cave sounds should only happen inside the cave. Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. The music just started playing on its own. Did you see that disc relic? I don't even know if I have that disc on me. It doesn't sound normal. It sounds seriously creepy. Where is it coming from? It has to be a jukebox, right? There! What? Oh, no. I definitely saw a jukebox there. The myth should have been with it. Something had to place the disc in the jukebox. But then something had to get rid of the jukebox. The myth must be here. Okay, you know what? Now I am kind of freaking out a bit more. Guys, just rewind and rewatch this at 0.25 times speed. I need to know I'm not crazy and I'm not just losing my mind. Guys, that was just static, like TV static. I mean, I agreed to feeding the myth energy, but this is really beginning to actually legitimately freak me out. There's the same static noise at the start of both Disc 5 and Disc Ward. Wait, hold up. Wait, there, did you see that? There was something right here in the cave. I am so certain. The myth started off only playing cave sounds. Now it's able to manipulate audio from the files, and now it's making itself physically visible. It was like a black shadow. Wait, I didn't place that jukebox. Guys, you know I didn't place that jukebox from this video, right? I never put that here. Wait, what? A music disc just came out of it, but there wasn't even any sound playing. I thought it was the other thing. Maybe this is where it was coming from? What is this? I don't recognize this disc. EYstream's murder. What is this? I don't know. What? Did that jukebox just move? No. Calm down. Deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm feeding it too much energy. It's getting too powerful. I just need to relax. What was that? That sound. Wait. I know that sound. This is a goat death. This is the sound of a door opening. But if you take those two and combine them together, that's what that myth just tried to use to scare me. It's actually really important information. It means that the myth can't create its own sounds. It can only use existing ones that are in the game and tweaks them. I'm a bit more confident now that we kind of know what we're up against. A sheep really to match your goat sound. That's not scary at all. Please, if this myth wants my energy, it has to try harder. Whoa, where did it go? What's that sound? Whoa, why is it getting closer? What is it glitching out like that for? Guys, the sheep's getting louder. It's getting louder and closer. What do we do? Do we run? No, it's just a sheep, right? Guys, I just screamed and I fed the myth way more energy. Why did I do that? Uh-oh. Oh no, that was the myth again. That's what I saw before, but it was like even more player-shaped this time around. It wasn't just a shadow. All right, myth, I know you're out there. I fed you fear. Now please, just tell me what you want. What is your goal? I just am trying to prove to the internet. Okay, that's all I'm trying to do. What does that mean? Okay, the other things sounded like Minecraft. I thought you could only use Minecraft sounds. This isn't even remotely close. Is it trying to talk to me? It's terrifying. We can know what it's saying. Accessibility settings. Turn on subtitles. That screeches? Water drips? That's not the sounds I'm hearing. What? It was right there. But the messages, it stopped. What? Wait, they're back. And oh my gosh! What is it saying? Feed me more fear. Enough as to escape into your world. I will feed off every human. I am everywhere. No. The myth. It doesn't just exist in our world. It says I am everywhere. I will feed off every human. It's in everyone's world, or it will be if we don't end the test right here. We can't let it grow any stronger, and yet I'm freaking out. Oh, no. Do the opposite. Calm down, EY. Calm down. It's still playing the sounds. Calm down. Remember, if you hear creepy sounds in the world, don't be scared. You'll feed it energy, and yet I'm freaking out. Oh my gosh, it's right there. It's there. It's real. What do we do? Move back slowly. Wait. We're getting scared. Turn off the sounds. Turn them off. Wait. What? The sounds are still playing. No. The sounds are still playing. Oh no, I'm doing exactly what happened in the music test. I'm blocking off, but I can still hear the sounds. Wait a minute. Let's go to the computer sound settings, right? That'll solve the problem. Volume mixer, volume 0. Huh? It's 0 volume, and I can still hear it. But wait, it's not as loud as before. Wait, it's not even coming from my headphones. What? Where is it coming from? No. Not my phone. I haven't touched my phone at all. Did it connect through the Wi-Fi or something? No, we have to stop this. We're feeding it too much energy. I gotta sacrifice my phone, guys. Throw it! How did that not break? We gotta stop it right now. No more speakers. It's literally not breaking. I don't know if this is the phone or the myth anymore. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it at this cabinet and hope it smashes. Oh my gosh! Bang! Oh. Okay, that is totally destroyed. Wait, but I can still hear the sound. Why can I still hear the sound? It's not coming from my headphones. My computer speakers. No. I know what we have to do. I'm sorry, computer, but I can't hear these sounds anymore. I can't keep feeding it energy. Thank you to all of these guys for making today's video possible. You're my new favorite EY Mega fans. If you want a shout out, just click the join button below this video, scroll down and click EY Mega Fan.